Written words have always been a great way to control the minds of people ever since the invention of writing. There's, of course, images that we use to manipulate things. And, of course, the last item is videos. The ability to harness generative AI to generate those types of media at mass with very convincing look and feel is rather new. And everyone here has witnessed that. We talked about deepfake. We are also seeing something called cohorts. If I'm getting an ad for a car or I'm getting an ad for a sneaker, this is the algorithm of Twitter or Facebook or Google or whatever publisher is behind the scenes that tries to fit me into a group, a cohort of people that are looking for cars or sneakers or whatever they're trying to sell me. The next level of detail, and that's where AI is really powerful at, is personal targeting of audiences. Me getting a specific message, it doesn't matter if it's a media, a text message, or even a video message that was directly targeted at me, that is pushing my personal buttons, knows me best, knows what I like, knows what I don't like, knows what I'm looking for. And what basically we're seeing nowadays is that technology is, we covered the media across everyone audience targeting, but now we're making it much more usable and much simpler to use when we're looking at individual targeting. Specifically, I want to deep dive into a couple of examples. Let's take Wikipedia, for example, right? Wikipedia is where everyone goes to learn the truth. This is the encyclopedia of the world. This is where especially the young generation goes and learns about what is real and what is not real. Now, if I want to change the perception of truth, if I, for example, want to refute the existence of the Jewish Holocaust, or say that what is happening in Gaza is genocide, it would be extremely difficult to do, because there is a handful of people who are Wikipedia authorized editors who go and monitor those exact articles and look for changes and have to manually go fact check that and approve that. And there's an ongoing war, which is all started years ago, but it's becoming more and more active, trying to change the perception of reality over editing Wikipedia articles. But editing key articles is only one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, which is actually Wikipedia's Achilles heel, is introduction of semi-related articles. I'm not going to talk about genocide in Gaza, but I am going to talk about an incident that I just made up. And I'm going to publish a new article on Wikipedia about it. And I'm going to use AI to generate not just the article itself and make it look very, very professional with all the right outlines and layout and everything, but all the reference materials, all the links to external web pages, the news articles that support that, I'm going to generate AI to use that as well. There is, again, it hasn't happened yet, but here are a couple of papers that actually talk about the capability. There's a GitHub project here. I like the way they put it here. It's for imaginative exploration. But you can imagine a situation where the malicious actors of the world are using such tools to generate and flood the poor Wikipedia editors with tens or hundreds of thousands of new articles that talk about a specific subject that they want to infuse on the world in a very, very soft manner, in an after the matter of fact, in a way that actually changes the way people perceive reality. Now, it's not just Wikipedia. All the search engines, all the LLM engines feed off Wikipedia as the ground truth. ChatGPT knows about the world because it read Wikipedia. So does Google and Bing and many other engines around the world. So everything we use to understand what the world is about and what is true comes from Wikipedia, and changing Wikipedia using AI we haven't seen that at mass yet, but is a true threat that we should start thinking about. Now let's jump forward. They say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. They say a video is worth 1,000 pictures. Here are a few videos that are really interesting to look at. The one on the left was actually generated by, these are all deepfake, right? No one thinks any of those are real. The one on the left was generated by a couple of guys. These are actually the creators of the South Park TV series. It's called Deep Voodoo, sorry. And it's pretty ancient in technology timeline. This is 2 years ago. This one on the left. You can see Julie Andrews here. This took a studio-level production and several weeks of dedicated effort to produce. Okay? It aired only once on national TV in the US, and it was pulled off the air very quickly because it was too scary, too real, and people couldn't tell what's real and what's not. They stopped the series after the first episode. The one on the middle is actually really new. It's coming from two brothers called the Dor brothers. They live in, I don't know if they're Israelis or not, but they live in Berlin. And they're generating every week a new video clip of celebrities and politicians doing things like that. Okay, the Dor brothers are super viral nowadays. They're using a home PC to do that. And they're doing it in less than a week. Okay, this is today. The one on the right, this fake Tom Cruise, is done on a phone. Okay? This is all happening today. Okay? Now, it's really easy to make that. Now, imagine something that hasn't aired yet, but imagine an imaginary deepfake video of, let's pick Itamar Ben-Gvir, okay, our Minister of Homeland Security, standing on a podium, the Israeli flag behind him, and he says in clear Hebrew that he has instructed the National Guard of Israel, Magav, okay, the border control, to conquer the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem and remove all the infidels from there and replace it and make it a synagogue. And this is followed by a short clip showing soldiers bursting into the Al-Aqsa Mosque, taking out books, burning them, and filling in the place with Israeli flag. And there's, of course, the Channel 12 news logo and headlines below that, and it has subtitles in English and in Arabic. It's all fake. How difficult do you think that would take to generate such a video? How long do you think it will take before such a video becomes super viral with millions or hundreds of millions of shares across all the social media? How long do you think it'll take the Israeli news or the Israeli government to notice it and to publish saying, hey, this is fake, it never happened, this is all deep fake? How long do you think it'll take until people actually believe it and jump out to the streets and start rioting across the entire Muslim world? This is a real danger that people can actually now or soon enough start generating in their basement with their laptop. It doesn't take a state like a nation state bad actor to generate anytime soon. And this is coming in, these are just very simple examples. What can we do about that? So, of course, we can legislate it, we can control it, we can police it, we can create rules and laws, and we can actually get people together to sign all kinds of acts to forbid those things from ever being created or spread. This is an example of a very recent law coming from the EU. It's called the EU AI Act, and it's very long, it's very complex. It took years, not even months, to craft, and it's still not final yet. It's in its late drafts. Now, historically, legislation catches up on technology ages, multiple years after technology is ready. AI is the fastest growing technology that we have today. And basically, my level of trust in legislation, being able to catch up on AI advancements in any proximity to near real time, my trust in that is very low. I don't think legislation will save us anytime soon. The next approach that we can actually start looking at is, let's educate our consumers. Let's teach our civilians, our young people, our subscribers, how to apply critical thinking. Let's teach them that not everything they read, not every image they see, not every video they look at are real, and there are bad people behind the scenes. These are some examples of articles. Some of them are actually coming from top universities around the world, trying to build programs of educating critical thinking and consumption of media. The problem is that the deepfake technology and the generative AI technology is so good at convincing us that what they're producing is real. They're pushing every single button that we have as mere mortals. My belief that the ability to actually educate us as consumers of media to apply a common sense or a sense of critical thinking, chances are pretty low. I wouldn't put my money on this approach. The last approach, and the approach that I personally believe as the only option for hope for actually battling this technology, is using the same technology of AI, generative AI, to detect, stop, and fight the bad actors that are using generative AI. This is an arms race. Technology has always been a great battlefield for arms race. Technology used for bad, and the same technology used to detect those bad malicious actors and trying to break them down, stop them, report them, stop the spreading of viral videos, et cetera, et cetera. These are some examples of articles that actually talk about the use of generative AI to detect, stop, and report the misuse of generative AI itself. This is the whole essence of this summit, and I think I'm seeing a lot of faces that are nodding here because this is exactly where the Israeli talent pool can be best harnessed to fight back on any type of hate speech, specifically anti-Semitism. Thank you very much.